Hi, my name is Amber Kivett with LifePro. Today I would like to share with you our newest platform release, which is the Waver Mini. I'm also going to share with you some differences and similarities between the Waver Mini and the Waver. If you already have the original Waver, there's not a whole lot of difference between the two, but I am going to cover a few items that are different. So what I want to share with you in getting started here is just the setup of the platform and everything that it comes with. So in your goodie bag here, you're going to have a different variety of resistance mini loop bands that are LifePro brand. These start with an extra light, medium, and heavy resistance. If you need ideas on how to use those, make sure and check out and subscribe our other videos because we cover a variety of different ways that you can activate different parts of your body depending on what your goals may be using those mini loop bands. You're also going to get a set of 2 resistance bands, long resistance bands that attach to the bottom of the unit that have handles so that you can use them for grounding or you can use them for a variety of different exercises as well. You're going to have a remote control that comes with, does not come with the batteries that it needs, so make sure you got some AAA batteries to go in there. And then you're going to get a user manual with all the tips and the tricks and all the different criteria that's pointed out as to how to change your levels, which level to pick based on what your goals are, and then your power cord. One thing that's really important is you're going to see this. And what's really important is we want you to communicate with us. If you have any problems at all, Joel and his team are awesome at getting everything taken care of because not only do you have a warranty that kicks in if you can contact us within 14 days afterwards, but it's a lifetime warranty. So if you have any trouble with this machine at all, we want to hear about it and we're going to take good care of you. So it's important you contact the phone number at the bottom to talk with Joel and his team, or there's an email address that you can reach us to make sure that you're either super happy with it, which we hear so many things about, or how it's working for you in ways that you didn't expect it to happen, or if you have the rare complaint or a problem that you need our help with. So from here, we are going to turn the unit so that you can see how it has the different suction cups which keep it in contact with a hard surface floor. So if you have areas that tend to be a little slicker, these will suction into hard flooring to keep it from shifting side to side. Make sure that your flooring is free and clear of any liquid or wet areas so that we don't have an electrical problem with a wet problem. That would not end very well. From here, you have these 2 little bars and those are going to swing outward. And these are what your resistance bands are going to connect to. So with this in mind, we'll take the end of our resistance band. We're going to squeeze the tip, and you can either go in through the top or you can come in through the bottom. Now the nice thing about the Mini is it only weighs 22 pounds, so it weighs half of most of the size of our larger platforms. So it's very, very easy to move around in order to get everything situated just as you preferred for your workout. If you choose not to use the bands, it's quite all right. You don't have to use them, but if you do have balance problems, they make a great grounding force by having control of the handles, which pushes you deeper into contact with the platform. So from here, we have our power cord, which is going to insert right here in the front of the unit. Make sure you push hard until you hear it click into position. And then from here, you'll see the breaker switch, which turns the unit on. The light is on, so it shows that it's actually working. All right. Now, again, I talked about how the weight of this unit is only 22 pounds. The max capacity of the Waver Mini is 260 pounds versus the Waver, which is 330 pounds. So depending on what you're wanting to use it for, this is a really handy device that you can either take along with you on a vacation or a road trip. It's a lot smaller than a lot of our other platforms. The Waver Original is 27 inches long, 15 inches wide by 6 inches deep, whereas this unit is 24 inches long, 14 inches wide by 5 inches deep. Both have the same amount of levels in the programming, so you have 9 pre-programmed automatic settings that you can choose from, so you don't have to think about your workout. You can just jump on and go. And then, of course, with the remotes are exactly the same. The touch control panel is almost identical, minus a few different changes with the way that the buttons look, but exactly the same in how you operate. So from here, I'm going to demonstrate with the remote so you can see how the remote works. We have our power button at the top. That is going to put the device in what's called standby mode. Okay? And standby mode basically turns the unit on so that you can navigate through the different programs. From here, we have a program mode and we have a start-stop button. So the program mode, it's important to remember a P00 on our other platforms and devices is the manual mode, but on this unit, it's actually the first automatic program we have. So as you work your way through, pressing the button each time that you're trying to move along the automatic program settings, after you get to P09, you're going to see an HA. That HA is your manual mode button. So from here, I'm just going to demonstrate how the time and the speed changes with the manual mode, and then we'll get into the automatic programs. So I'm going to go ahead and start. It starts on a speed of 0. So your speed button is on the right with aiming high on the top button and going lower with the lower button. And then your time, which you're going to set before you hit the start button. Your time is going to max out at 10 minutes. So if you want to go less than 10 minutes, if you're a beginner today and you want to just try 2 or 4 minutes, you can decrease your time before actually starting the program. So I'm going to change the speed. And right now, because I'm in manual mode, I have control of the speed. If you are in an automatic program, you don't have the option of changing the speed because it is a program already pre-established for you. So as you can hear the clicking, if I just hold down that button, it just automatically goes up into speed without creating noise. So if you have animals at home or children are trying to sleep or you're trying to do it when somebody else is resting, just remember if you push down once on the button in order to increase your levels to 99, we've got 99 different speed levels, you can do that without hearing that obnoxious beeping taking place if somebody's wanting to rest or you're not wanting any extra attention in your office space. So right now I'm on a level 70. Okay, and level 70, as you can see from my arms, I'm still getting a lot of intensity. And so a level 70 for this platform is going to be considered in the high level. Okay, if you are in manual mode, we're going to drop this all the way back down. And as you can hear, it's dropping. And now we're into a level of 32. So the low intensity level is a 1 through a 33. What's really important for a low level of intensity are for those who are trying to detox, those who are trying to improve bone density at a beginner's level. If you're trying to improve balance just coming off of a surgery or off of an injury, or you just have naturally challenging balance, if you're improving in lymphatic drainage, this is really important for diabetics or for those who have recently undergone cancer treatments. You're going to start on the lower level. So that's a really important mention that I have there with cancer. There's a tremendous amount of research that has been done using the platforms for those that have been going through cancer treatments. Their lymphatic system a lot of time is compromised because of the intense treatments that they have to go through. So the platform is really good at helping the body detox and emphasizing the way that the lymphatic system works, because the lymphatic system doesn't have a pump like our heart has with our blood. And so the vibration of the platform helps the lymphatic system to cleanse itself better, more efficient. And so for cancer patients, it allows them to heal at a more tolerable functional rate and eliminating the toxicity from their treatments much faster. So again, you're going to start on a low level, so a 1 to 33 if you are at a beginner level. We're going to increase our intensity to a moderate level, which is a 34 to a 66. So I'm just going to stop at 50 because that's a magic number right in the middle. And with the medium level, that's going to be your entry level for those who have fibromyalgia or arthritis. Maybe you've got joint maintenance that you're trying to work with, or you have joint pain. If you're wanting to really integrate this into your fat loss efforts, trying to minimize cellulite, it does work for cellulite. It's pretty amazing. As well as just balance again. You're going to start in that medium threshold between 34 and 66, which I'm at right here with 50. And finally, we're going to increase our intensity to a 66 or 99. And so I'm going to stop here at 81. And 81 is that middle ground of the high level, which are those who are really wanting the intense workout, the intensity of the vibration for fat loss, for muscle growth and development, for an increase in bone density, to create more power. But the new favorite is human growth hormone release through an HIIT workout, high interval intensity training. So once you add the bands or you add weights to the platform on a high intense level, in only 10 to 15 minutes, you can put your body through what it should be going through at 30 to 45 minutes of a high interval intensity workout. And the beauty of that is your body will naturally surge a release of growth hormone through the pituitary gland because of the lactic acid that has been induced into the muscle because of the actual treatment. So yes, you can get that workout. You're not going to get the same caloric expenditure, but it's the growth hormone that's the fountain of youth, and that's what's going to be most important for your longevity of health. So we're in manual mode here, so I'm going to go ahead and stop. So here's your start-stop button. So we're stopping. And then from here, we can go through the different modes. And I'm not going to go through the different pre-programmed settings, but in P0 through P2, those are your low automatically set programs. So if you are an individual who is just beginning, you're going to start with a P0 to a P2 automatic setting program. If you, again, are dealing with fibromyalgia or arthritis and you're wanting to get started and you've been on the platform on the lower level, you're going to do levels P through P6. And then last but not least, if you're trying to really get out there and increase your overall muscle tone, really trying to shred the fat, really trying to increase that surge of human growth hormone, you want to stay on the the high level, which is a P7 through a P9 setting. Okay? And in that being said, we've pretty much covered everything on the remote. On the touchscreen panel, I want to make sure that you understand what each of these buttons are ready for, and then we'll continue on. So on the far left, we've got our time setting. So in order to use the time setting, I'm going to just go ahead and turn this off, reset it, and start it again. And from here, because of the automatic program setting, you can only change the time if you're in a manual mode setting. So that being said, we are in manual mode at the moment, and I maybe only want to go 6 or 5 minutes because I'm just getting started as a beginner, or maybe I don't have that much time and I'm just trying to get that extra boost with whatever benefit I can get in just 5 minutes. So on the manual setting, which says HA on the control panel, you're going to change your time setting, and then from here you can start the device, and from there push the high button in order to increase your speed. And if you heard the beep and I've got my finger stuck on it, now we're at a level of 62, which is going to be in that moderate threshold. Okay? And then from there, you stand on it. It's not going to change because you chose a manual setting. So when you stand on it, make sure you got your remote control in your pocket, and that way you can change it from your pocket without having to bend over if you're not up for bending up and down. So from here, I will go ahead and stop this. And then what I want to share with you is how to go into the pre-programmed settings, and then I'm going to show you how to stand on it. So we're going to go through and power up to the program mode. And let's just do a P5. So P5 setting, all you got to do is push start. We can grab our cords, and you can do this shoes on, shoes off, socks off, barefoot, whatever works for you. And as you can see, my bands are going to be almost too long for me. If I crisscross those bands, now it changes the resistance level a little bit. Okay? So you can just stand here, not do anything. The program changes automatically, giving you all the benefits that you're looking for. Because remember, if we've got fibromyalgia, and I do, then we are working on more of just cleansing and loosening things up in the connective tissue, working on cellulite control as well as fat loss. So those of you that are all about getting rid of what feels like that bubble wrap, if you have fibromyalgia, this is the program for you. Now, if you're somebody who wants the human growth hormone release, you're going to want to make sure that you're in the high intensity setting, which is a P7 through a P9. That's going to produce the growth hormone, decreases pain, increases energy, increases fat loss, increases muscle growth, and also allows for an extra surge of testosterone in many individuals. This is just a general idea of how to get everything started. You can go through and watch any of our other programs that we have already published, as well as others that are coming out soon. Let us know if there's anything that you really need to learn so that we can make sure and cover exactly what you're looking for so that you're not out on there on your own. We have a huge team here to help you. Thank you all so much for watching, and we hope you enjoy your new Waiver Mini.